Once again, good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, Visa 3D. I'm Vanessa Bajas, and our discussion for today is a continuation of Chapter 6, Home Office, Branch and Agency Accounting. We are done in defining the purpose, scope, and characteristics of home office, identifying the concept, understanding the nature of branch operations, as well as journalizing all the needed entries in making individual and combined financial statements, reconciliation of reciprocal accounts relating to general transactions. Actually, all of these topics were previously discussed by the other group. Now, let's talk about special problems in accounting for branch operations. Let's start with special problems. Merchandise shipments to branch billed at above cost. Basically, the assumption on the previous report was all the transactions were billed at cost. We presume na lahat ng transactions from the home office to branch ay nasa billed cost siya, or true cost ang pinag-uusapan, kung paano siya na-manufacture, na-produce, at na-procure ni home office. At the same time, yun yung price na binigay niya sa branch. While in this topic, home office gives additional markup to the branch. So yun nga, may kaunting kita si home office, okay? From that, si branch natutulungan niya si home office to generate additional income, kumbaga. So if you're going to ask, bakit niya ito ginagawa? Actually, yun nga, in engaging in this kind of transaction, the branch will able to help the home office, particularly in their daily expenses. Maybe there is a point in time na nahihirapan mag-produce or mag-procure si home office, kaya kahit si branch man lang, may patong ng kaunti. Unlike kung ibibenta kasi ng home office yon sa mga outsiders, sometimes mas prefer talaga ni home office na i-offer kay branch at above cost. Okay, so yon. Always remember that shipments billed above cost and inter-branch transactions were solely for internal purposes only. Yung mga journal entries niya ay for internal purposes reporting. In here, they want to identify kung sino nga ba sa mga branches ang malimit bumili, how much would be the contribution of each branches, as well as to know the amount of turnover. And also, when we say inter-branch transactions, sino nga ba sa mga branches yung pwedeng maasahan kapag wala si home office? Then, sila muna. Sino yung branches na malalapit at sino yung mga dapat i-transact na branch to branch? For internal reporting purposes, yung mga managers and accountants gusto nilang malaman yung mga ganitong bagay in order for them to assess if their decisions are particularly right, or especially in having their business, they want to identify the aspects that would help them in creating and managing their decisions. Let's proceed with shipments to branch billed at a price above cost. At billed price, the branch is not made aware of arbitrary percentage added by the home office. In that case, hindi sinasabi ni home office na may markup ito, may patong ito. The branch is not aware about it. So, upon receipt of the shipments, the branch records the merchandise reviewed at billed price rather than at cost. So, hindi alam na may patong si branch. Kaya, innocently, nire-record ni home office sa book niya ito at billed price. So, basically, at the point of view ni home office, it was recorded at billed price, while at the book of the branch, it is recorded at cost. It seems like akala ni branch na yung billed price ay true cost. Kaya nire-record niya at billed price, pero ang tingin niya doon ay at cost. At billed price, always remember that this is not a sale to branch. So, kailan lang siya nagiging sale? The transaction may refer to as a sale by the home office when it was sold to the parties that are not connected to the home office. So, basically, magiging sale lang siya kapag in-offer na sa outsiders or external parties. Shipments sold to the external entities are the only ones recorded as sales. For example, nag-ship ka ng merchandise kay branch, billed above cost, hanggat hindi nabibenta ni branch to external parties, this is not a sale. Another example, si home office nag-ship ng merchandise to the branch and also sold merchandise to the outsiders, then, yung binenta ni home office sa external entities were recorded as sale, while the shipments to branch are not yet recorded as sale. Therefore, markup on shipments made to branch must be eliminated. That is why when we combine financial statements, the first one that we should eliminate are the shipments or the reciprocal accounts. Okay, let's have an illustration. I have here an example problem. You can take a screenshot or write down the journal entries. Now let's proceed. Home office transfers inventory worth 100,000 to the branch. Shipments to the branch are billed at 120 above cost. So, if we can remember, the procedures in recording transfer of inventory nung at cost pa lang siya, well, dito, of course, the same pa rin ang approach. Wherein we debit investment in branch, so i-debit natin siya using the amount above cost. Thus, yung price niya ay above cost, kaya 100,000 multiplied by 120% or 120,000. Why? Dahil yung i-credit ni home office is also at billed cost rin. So you can see that 120,000 yung nirecord niya sa book ni branch. Then, next, shipments to branch is at cost. Remember that investment in branch must be recorded at billed price, while shipment to branch is at cost. Then the markup price is credited using the account allowance for overvaluation, or from the other book, it is also called allowance for markup. Alright, I hope that was clear. Well, in the part of the branch, since hindi siya aware sa price na may certain percentage markup pala, so we need to debit the amount of 120,000. In here, we could notice that once we deduct the shipments from home office and shipments to branch, the amount would be the markup or the allowance for overvaluation, which is 20,000. And we also credit home office 120,000. Next, home office transfers inventory worth 200,000 to the branch. Shipments to the branch are billed at 120 above cost. Freight paid by the home office is 10,000. So dito, may freight. Usually, ang gagawin natin, we debit investment in bank. So, paano na ulit nakuha yung amount ng investment in bank? Just multiply 200,000 times 120%. We could get 240,000. Plus the freight, 10,000. Then we debit 250,000. Dahil alam natin na nasa branch nire-recognize natin ang cost of inventory, then we add the freight. Also, we credit shipments to the branch 200,000. The allowance for overvaluation, 240,000 less 200,000, which is 40,000, or simply just multiply 200,000 to 20%. Then we could get 40,000. Also, we credit cash 10,000 for the freight. Then to record the debit shipments from branch, 240,000, freight in, we have 10,000, and credit home office 250,000. Third transaction, home office transfers inventory worth 80,000 to the branch. Shipments to the branch are billed at 120% above cost. Freight paid by the branch is 6,000. So dito, since the branch paid for the freight, then it is not necessary to include the amount to account the investment in branch. Thus, to compute for the investment in branch, we have 80,000 times 120%, and the billed price is 96,000. Credit shipments to branch, 80,000, and the additional markup is 16,000. So we credit allowance for overvaluation is 16,000. That would be 80,000 times 20%. Next would be branch 1. Shipments from the home office, 96,000. Freight in that was paid by the branch, 6,000. So far, it is an additional for the inventory. Then, we also credit home office, 96,000. And for cash, 6,000. Next. Branch purchases inventory worth 40,000 on account from outside party. Paid freight by the branch is 2,000. So, based on the previous discussion, if walang kinalaman si home office's transactions, then walang entry si home office, since si branch ay nakipag-transact sa external parties. So, to record the transaction, we debit purchases, 40,000, and freight in is 2,000. Since on account siya, we credit accounts payable, 40,000, and for the freight paid, we have cash, 2,000. Branch makes total sales of 500,000 on account. Again, si branch lang ito. So, we debit accounts receivable, 500,000, kasi nga on account, and credit sales, 500,000. Okay, next. Branch incurs utilities expense of 100,000, 20,000 of which were allocates from the home office. It was stated na bigay ni home office yung 20,000. Then the home office will record it as an investment. So, investment in branch debit, 20,000. And then credit utilities expense, 20,000. Sa kabila, since na-recognize niya na as expense yun, then debit utilities expense, 100,000. Then credit natin yung home office, 20,000. And also cash, 80,000 that was paid by the branch. At this time, I will give you a detailed examples on how to compute for individual profit of the branch, true profit of the branch, realized markup, and how to combine financial statements. So now, I'll be showing you on how to do the individual profit of the branch, true profit by eliminating shipments and reciprocal accounts. Again, when we say reciprocal accounts, these are accounts that has equal accounts on both parties. Additionally, we already know that the investment in branch account is an asset in home office financial statements, while the home office account is an equity account in branch individual financial statements. So basically, in every debit account, there must be a corresponding credit on the other account. First, we will determine the individual profit of the branch. So it was based on the transaction that was discussed earlier. So I hope nakapag-take down notes or nakapag-screenshot po tayo kanina para mas madali pong mag-sink in yung process on how to get the individual profit of the branch. Honestly, I would like to discuss this using an Excel file para sana mas nakikita natin yung pag-input ng data sa cells. Although, I have a hard time in using the Microsoft Excel using my phone dahil iba ang features nito as compared sa laptop. Fortunately, phone pa lang ang available na gadget, so I prefer to input the data in this PowerPoint presentation, and I hope na makasunod pa rin po tayo sa discussion. And yes, hindi na natin papatagalin pa, so let's proceed on the computation of individual profit of the branch. Assume that the branch reports ending inventory of 250,000, inclusive of capitalized freight in. The profit of the branch individual statement of profit or loss is computed as follows. We have sales which is equal to 500,000. So guys, huwag ka munang kabahan or magtaka kung saan galing itong amount ng sales dahil actually, this is given dun sa transactions na diniscuss natin kanina. From the sales, we will deduct the cost of sales. And in computing the cost of sales, let us start with beginning inventory. Although in this example, walang nabanggit na beginning inventory, so it is equal to 0. Shipments from home office, which is 456,000. So how do we derive in this amount? Actually, we will add all the debit transactions that was previously provided. 120,000 from the first transaction, 240,000 plus 96,000, which is equal to 456,000. Actually, you can refer to your notes or to the provided screenshot para mas madali po tayong makasunod. And of course, add din natin yung freight in if there's any. And it is equal to 18,000. So far, saan nakuha itong total na ito? We came up with the total of 18,000 by adding 10,000 from transaction number 2, plus 6,000 from transaction number 3, and lastly, 2,000 from transaction number 4. Then, may purchases from outside party, which is equal to 40,000. To get the tigas or total goods available for sale, we need to sum up the shipments from home office plus freight in plus purchases, and it is equal to 514,000. Last natin yung inventory end, which is 250,000. Again, 514,000 minus 250,000 is equal to 264,000. Then, 500,000 sales minus 264,000, then you will get the gross profit of the branch, which is 264,000. Also, may operating expenses na 100,000. This is utilities expense, then we will deduct it to get the profit of the branch, which is 136,000. So, what is the problem with this? Yung 136,000 was reported by the branch, okay? But kung isasama natin yung profit ni branch sa home office, nandito pa yung markup percentage niya. So, we have to eliminate it. Now, how to eliminate it? Let's move on to the next slide to find out kung paano nga ba mag-eliminate ng percentage markup. True profit of the branch. So, we have here additional information. Assume that the branch ending of 250,000 consists of 240 shipments from home office and 10,000 purchases from outside party. Insofar as the home office is concerned, the true profit of the branch is computed as follows. Again, sale is 500,000. We have also cost of sales, beginning inventory, 0, since wala namang nabanggit sa transactions, kaya kung wala, wag mong lagyan ng value, especially kung hindi given. Shipments from home office, our previous computation is 456,000, right? And I'm sure magtatanong ka, bakit naging 380,000 na lang dito? In this part, dahil nga at build price siya, tanggalin natin yung markup. So, how to eliminate the markup? We need to divide 456,000 by 120%. Then you're going to ask me again, where did you get the 120%? Well, actually, this is given. Now, when we divide the total shipments from home office with a given percentage, we will get 380,000 at cost. So, let's check if it is correct. Kindly use your calculators. Then input this. 456,000 divided by 120% is 380,000. Alright, let's continue. Freight in is also the same, which is 18,000 plus purchases 40,000. So now here is the total goods available for sale at cost, which is 438,000. Inventory, and we have 240,000. But take note, with the additional information provided above, it says here there is additional 10,000 inventory coming from the outside suppliers. Again, the 240 came from the home office, and yes, the markup is also included, so we need to divide it again using the given percentage, which is 120%. To compute for the inventory end, 240,000 divided by 120% is equal to 200,000. Then add 10,000. Since 10,000 was purchased outside, we don't need to consider the markup percentage. Always remember that it is necessary to remove the markup that was added by the home office only. So, focus lang tayo sa home office sa pagtanggal ng markup. Okay, the total would be 210,000. From that, we will deduct the total goods available for sale at cost and the total inventory and to get the cost of sales, which is 228,000. Then proceed with the usual process. Just look at the sales, 500,000 minus the COGS, which is 272,000, less operating expenses, 100,000. The true profit of the branch is 172,000. If you can notice, the individual profit of the branch is only 136,000. Since we already eliminated the markup, the true profit of the branch is 172,000. Actually, in using the long method, it is very procedural. So, it is necessary for us to know the theories and also to familiarize and apply the procedures to come up with the right answers. True profit of the branch alternative solution. So, yon, meron pa palang another way. So, we are done with the long method. Now, let's proceed to the shorter one. Well, shorter nga ba siya? Let's find out. That is to compute for the realized markup. So once we are done with computing for the realized markup, then it would be easier for us to determine the true profit of the branch. So how to get the realized markup? In the home office book, we recorded the allowance for overvaluation account, right? These accounts were credited along with the shipments to branch. Now we can compute it since these are given under provided transactions. So just go back to the journal entries para malaman natin yung mga amount. That would be 20,000 plus 40,000 plus 16,000, total of 76,000. What if these accounts are not yet given? So the best thing that we should do is to look for the total shipment from home office. So shipments from home office. Again, it was previously recorded that we have the total of 456,000. Then using the total, let's divide it using the markup over the total percentage at build price. So to make it simple, just multiply 456,000 by 20% over 120% to get 76,000. Last natin yung unrealized markup in ending inventory. So here, just take note na 240,000 lang yung dapat nating isali sa computation since the 10,000 worth of inventory was purchased outside. Yes, yung 240,000 which was purchased at the home office. Actually, we call it as unrealized markup. Bakit nga ba natin natawag na unrealized markup? Since hindi pa natin to nabibenta, kaya tinawag natin siyang unrealized markup. So 240,000 times 20% over 120% is 40,000. Now let's deduct 76,000 and 40,000 to get the realized markup of 36,000. Since we already computed the individual profit of the branch, which is 136,000, then add lang natin yung computed realized markup of 36,000. Then we could get the true profit of the branch, which is 172,000. So guys, same ba siya with the previous computation? Yes or yes? Alright, absolutely the same. Now let's move on to the next slide. Combination of financial statements of home office and branch. Take note, home office and branch pa lang ito hindi pa ito yung consolidation ng financial statements. Okay, so here are the additional information. So if you want to take down notes, pwede naman. Nasa sa inyo yun, or pwede nating screenshot. So we have here home office and branch. The first one is cash, 1,100,000 and 66,000 kay branch. Accounts receivable, we have 180,000 and 100,000 for the branch. Inventory beginning, we have 300,000. So far, wala kay branch. Shipments from home office, ngayon, wala naman kay home office. And kay branch, 456,000. Purchases, 1,200,000 and 40,000 respectively. Freight in, 32,000 and 18,000. Shipments to branch, 380,000. Investment in branch, 600,000. Allowance for overvaluation, we have 76,000. Equipment, we have 720,000 and 400,000 naman kay branch. Accumulated depreciation of equipment, 72,000 and 40,000. Accounts payable, 72,000 and 40,000 also. Share capital, 2 million. Retained earnings beginning, 152,000. Home office, 600,000. We have the sales, 1,600,000 para kay home office and 500,000 para kay branch. Operating expenses, 220,000 and 100,000 para naman kay branch. Inventory and, actually pinaghiwalay natin. From outside purchases, we have 460,000 and 10,000 kay branch. And from the home office, meron tayong 240,000. Shipments to branch are billed at 120% above cost. So, kanina pa natin to alam, yan, yung 120% na yan. Okay, here is the combined income statement para malaman natin kung magkano ang profit ni home office and then yung profit din kay branch. Remember that when we combine financial statements, we can notice na walang shipments from home office. At the same time, wala din shipments to branch. So, bakit nga ba? Since eliminated na po ang reciprocal accounts, kaya ignore na lang po natin sila. So that we will compute without considering these accounts. Combined financial statements of home office and branch. So here we have sales, 1,600,000 plus 500,000, we have 2,100,000. For the cost of sales, beginning inventory, 300,000 for combined. Since wala kay branch, 300,000 rin. Purchases, we have 1,200,000 plus 40,000, we have 1,240,000. And freight in, we have 32,000 plus 18,000, we have 50,000 as combined. Actually, if you're wondering kung saan galing yung mga values na ito, basically, these are given doon sa additional information. Then, to compute for total goods available for sale, just add inventory beginning, purchases, and freight in. So, we could get 1,532,000 for the home office. And for the branch, we have 58,000 for the total of 1,590,000. From the total goods available for sale, let's deduct inventory end. From outside, we have 460,000 under the home office, while 10,000 naman kay branch. Home office at cost, 200,000. Okay, saan galing yung 200,000? Just have 240,000 divided by 120%, we have 200,000. So, get the total cost of goods available for sale, 1,072,000 para kay home office. And 152,000 naman kay branch. So, we have the combined cost of goods sold, 920,000. Next, from the sales of 2,100,000, we will deduct 920,000, then we could get a gross profit, which is equal to 1,180,000. Then, si home office may 220,000 na operating, while si branch may 100, total of 320,000. You have the profit of 860,000 by deducting operating expenses from the total gross profit. Again, 860,000 is combined profit of home office and the branch. So now let's do checking para alam natin na may another way pa para masolve ito. So let us first get the individual profit of the home office. So kay home office lang tayo nakatingin ha. We have sales 1,600,000. For the cost of sales, compute for the beginning inventory, which is 300,000. Shipments to branch, which is a deduction, 380,000. Plus purchases, 1,200,000, and freight in, 32,000. We have the total goods available for sale, 1,152,000. Again, remember that the shipments to branch is a deduction. Now, let's deduct 460,000, so we have 692,000. Then sales 1.6 million less 692,000, we have a gross profit of 908,000. Less operating expenses, we have individual profit of home office, which is 688,000. Actually, here's another way to compute for the combined profit. Since we already computed the individual profit of home office, simply add the individual profit of the branch. Actually, ito yung pinakauna nating na-solve kanina, which is 136,000 kung maalala po natin. Also, the realized markup, which is 36,000. Well, ito din yung nakuha natin kanina. Then, we will get the total amount of 860,000, which is the same with the long method computation, right? Or pwede rin naman ganito. Yan. Individual profit of home office, which is 688,000 plus true profit of the branch, 172,000 na na-compute din natin kanina. Then the combined profit would be 860,000. So, we have many ways to do this. So, we just need to remember the concepts and theories behind it. Now, we are ready to combine statement of financial position. Given the data, just combine the like items. So, we have cash. So, saan na ba nakuha si cash? Pakitingnan po yung notes. So, we have 1,100,000 plus 66,000. So, we have here 1,166,000. Accounts receivable, we have 180,000 plus 100,000. So, that would be 280,000. Inventory, saan nga ba nakuha yung inventory? We have 460,000 plus 10,000 plus 240,000 divided by 120,000. So, we have here 670,000. Equipment, 720,000 plus 400,000, we have 1,120,000. So, yung accumulated depreciation, kasali din siya. 72,000 plus 40,000. So, we have here negative 112,000. So, to compute for the total assets, we have 3,124,000. So, for the liabilities and equity, we have accounts payable 72,000 plus 40,000. That would be 112,000. Share capital, 2 million. And retained earnings, we have here sa given, 152,000 plus may adjustment na 860,000 para sa combined profit. So, add lang natin. So, that would be 1,012,000. So, total liabilities and equity, we have 3,124,000. So, makikita natin, balance yung assets natin sa ating liabilities and equity. Well, I guess that would be all for my part. Again, I'm Vanessa Bajas. Thank you so much for listening to my report. I hope na okay na pa po tayong lahat. So, kindly tap the heart icon kung okay pa tayo. So, yan. Yes, kayang-kaya naman. Okay pa tayo, di ba? So, just in case may question po tayo, don't hesitate to send your message via messenger. Now, since may time pa po tayo, now let's prepare ourselves for more additional illustrations. And let's hear it from the next reporter. We have Mr. Gyang.